Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a deep dive into a mysterious book called The Eyes of Darkness. In this video, we're going to ask, is this book a prediction of the COVID-19 pandemic? Let's start at the beginning. Open to any page, and let's read the first line together. She had loved him so much, fiercely and possessively, that she could have murdered him. Well, that sounds exciting. Who is she? Who is he? What did he do? Well, we don't know yet, but we will soon enough. The Eyes of Darkness was written by the famous author Dean Koontz. He is best known for his thrillers, especially those featuring supernatural elements. I won't spoil too much, but there's a secret plot to release a deadly virus on an unsuspecting public. And if that doesn't sound timely, I don't know what does. Remember the first line of the video? She could have murdered him. What if she did? Murder's murder, right? We might think of deadly viruses as a modern-day fear, but in the book, we see them through the eyes of a mom who would stop at nothing to protect her family. Now let's play a game. I'm going to tell you some details from the book. You tell me whether they sound scary or realistic. Are you ready? Here goes. A dangerous virus called Wuhan 400 is being developed in a lab just outside of Wuhan, China. Sound familiar? Not only does the name sound like a futuristic fear, but the idea of a Chinese lab developing a deadly virus taps into very real anxieties around the source of diseases. And this isn't the only detail that sounds like it could be a modern-day headline. In the book, the virus is described as a biological weapon, only affects humans. No other living creature can carry it. Once again, that doesn't sound too far-fetched today. But wait, there's more. The virus can be spread by an aerosol. Transmission via droplets in the air sounds just like how COVID-19 spreads. People wear masks to prevent contracting the disease. Sound familiar? No. People in the book wear masks to prevent contracting the disease. One character says, "You don't need a gas mask to breathe the air safely, but you should wear one if you want to live." They also say, with a little luck, the epidemic will be over before the end of summer. Coincidence? But this stuff does sound scary. So, let's look closer. Let's examine the facts. When was Wuhan 400 created? According to the book, it was created in 1974. That means the virus existed for 7 years before the events of the book. In the original 1981 version of the book, the virus wasn't called Wuhan 400. It was called Gorky 400. Gorky is a city in Russia. If you remember, it was a Russian bioweapon. The name change happened in 1989 when the book was reprinted. I guess the villain changed from Russia to China. How does the virus work in the book? Well, the symptoms start off like a cold or the flu, but then the fever gets higher and the patient becomes delirious. Victims eventually die from massive internal bleeding. So let's get to the bottom of this. Was Dean Koontz predicting the future or just writing a scary book? Well, neither. It's a fascinating story, but it's ultimately a work of fiction. And while it has some similarities to the pandemic, it's not a prediction. There's no evidence that Dean Koontz knew about COVID-19 before it happened. And here's something else to consider. Similar situations have been happening since long before 2019. Books, movies, TV shows, even video games have all tapped into our fears of pandemics. For example, the 2011 movie Contagion has almost the exact same plot as the COVID-19 pandemic. But nobody thought that movie predicted the future either. So what should we make of The Eyes of Darkness? Well, it's a reminder that fiction can sometimes seem scarily real. It also shows how our fears can shape our stories and how stories can reflect our fears. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I've been your host. Till next time, stay safe and stay curious.